Come with I preach about him, you single musically. A king is born in a manger. And then for you understand what king is Almighty, yeah. Rimo Hokoloboria Hamana. Ribahada Rimo Sokolobo. Come with I. Yes, sir.
In a manger, a king was born in a manger.
Yeah. I've come again with another story. You know, many people will begin to imagine why I'm telling stories this time. I tell stories to soften some stone hearts, and also tell stories to let some injuries in the heart get healed quickly. I also tell stories to make my people to be happy. I also tell stories so that someone can smile somewhere. I also tell stories for someone to have a sweet kiss. I also tell stories for someone to embrace peace. I also tell stories for someone to hug somebody. I tell stories for someone to look beautiful and handsome somewhere. You know, there's nobody like you. You are the best the Lord made. You know, the way you are so special. Don't allow anybody to put down your somebodyness. Because if you allow it, you'll finish yourself. If you allow anybody to put down your somebodyness and you follow it up, you've rubbished your future. Someone cannot come to you try to make something out of your nothingness, and you give in to that. Once you give in to that, you become a fool. But once somebody come to you to make something out of your nothingness, tell the person there is no nothingness in me, I'm a somebody. I'm a somebody. I come to you this morning because I found it so interesting to tell this story. It's about a slave girl and the prince. The title of my story is The Slave Girl and the Prince. A slave girl that was found in a particular kingdom. And she was adopted by a family that had no child. And they treated the slave girl so well when she was a child. And the slave girl was growing, loving them. She thought she has gotten a home. Unknown to her, the home is still very far from being a home. And it fell in a day, her foster mother conceived and gave birth to a set of twins, a boy and a girl. 2 years later, she conceived again and gave birth to a girl. The woman ended up having 5 children. She then looked at the slave girl as a threat. One day she will grow up to torture my children. I think we should get rid of this slave girl. They started maltreating the slave girl. Started humiliating the slave girl. They did all manner of things to this slave girl. And the slave girl, she was bearing it. They would beat her up. She was bearing it. They humiliated her. She was bearing it. The slave girl will be in the farm from morning till night, no food. And it fell in a day. The king was passing. And the slave girl was walking on the hot sun, singing, "Where is my mother? Where is my father? I was born to suffer. I was born to struggle. I'm a slave girl. Where is my mother? Where is my father? I am very hungry. Who can give me food? Who can take care of me? I am very hungry. I've been working since morning. Who can take care of me? Who can feed me? I am a slave girl. The king, the song touched the prince, and the prince was standing, listening to her voice. She wasn't singing in English anyway. She was singing in vernacular. Then, the prince then said, I am here to provide for you. He was singing. I don't know how to put the song of the prince in English, but he was singing in a vernacular that he was there to provide for the slave girl. He was there to take care of the slave girl. And when the slave girl heard the voice of the prince, she turned and went on her knees. The prince got up. He ordered one of the guards, please run back to the palace and bring food and drink for her. The palace guard ran back to the palace and brought food and water. And the slave girl did not waste time. Even if the food was poisoned, she didn't care. She got the food finished under 2 seconds, drank the whole water. He thanked the prince. The prince said, from today, if you are going to farm, when you pass, always pass by the palace. When you pass by the palace, what you will do is, hey, 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 3 times. Then I will send somebody to follow you to know where you will farm that day, so that we can bring food. The slave girl said, thank you, my prince. The next morning, the slave girl was going to farm. She came to the palace side and shouted, hey, 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 as she was instructed by the prince. Prince ran out of the house and saw her, ordered one of the palace guards to follow her. The palace guards saw where the slave girl would work that day. They prepared a very mighty dish and took to her there. When the slave girl saw the food, she enjoyed herself. She drank the water. That day, the prince came and sat with her. And the slave girl was so overwhelmed. She finished her work, and the prince escorted her to their house. And when the foster parents saw her and saw the prince, they were so amazed. The woman said to her husband, immediately the prince left, don't you see that this idiot is becoming a threat? What do you think we can do now? We are going to kill this girl before she will take the place of our daughter. Don't you see that it is our daughter that's supposed to marry the prince, not the slave girl? Some people sometimes think they can fight God, but you cannot fight God. Destiny is only thing that is beyond human wickedness. Your destiny. Your destiny is beyond human wickedness. It can only be delayed, it cannot be denied. Something happened. They now send the slave girl to go and farm by the side of evil forest, so that animals will eat her up. The slave girl was going that morning. She came by the palace side, as usual. Hey, hey, hey! The prince came out. Sent palace girls to follow her. The palace girls were following her. She was entering close to evil forest. They asked her, is it where you are going to farm? She said yes. So wow. They ran back and tell the prince. The prince now set high level of security to go and safeguard her. They went there and they presented food for her. She ate her food, and the prince asked the guards to help her to do the farm work. They helped her, they finished everything on time. And the prince escorted her back home and warned the foster parents. If anything happened to this girl, I will wipe your family away. If anything happened to the foster father said, is he not a slave girl? The prince looked at him. He said, if I hear that statement again from you, you will become a slave. The man kept quiet. He whispered to his wife, we will go and meet Ezemo, the seer, to kill this girl. Unknown to them, the prince was more demonic than them. As they went to Ezemo, the seer, to kill the slave girl, the prince was looking at them from his mirror. Immediately they left the house of Ezemo. Going back to their house, getting close to their house, the prince appeared. Say, hand over those things to me. Hand over those things you collected to me. Or else I will turn them against you, you will die. Now they handed over the charm to the prince. And the prince went back. This husband and wife then instigated evil allegation that prince has fallen in love with his slave girl. The day came. Prince then told the girl, we are no more going to hide this thing. Come to the palace and see me. Come to the palace. The slave girl went to the palace. And the prince sat with her at the front of the palace, singing. And the king asked the prince, who is this? He said, the maiden that has eaten up my heart. You see, where love is found, discrimination is dead. Where love is found, discrimination is what? Dead. Now, the supposed parents of the slave girl then came to meet the king. King, may you live forever, they said. We are only trying to inform you that your son, the prince, the crown prince, our future king, has fallen in love with his slave girl. The king said, what? In my kingdom, this will not happen. He called the attention of the crown prince. He said, do you know you are crown prince of this kingdom? You are about bringing shame. If I ever set my eyes on you again with that slave girl, I will not only disown you, but I'll banish you from this kingdom. The king said, the prince said, more interesting, sir. Now let me tell you, if you die because of love, you will be smiling while entering your grave. And many people that see you smiling while entering your grave will be begging love to kill them. Because love is the only thing that can kill a man, and somebody will also want to die for it. Now, the king and his subjects, they call the crown prince. That girl is a slave. She must be disowned by you. That girl is a slave. Stop every relationship you are having with her, or else we will disown you. The prince said, fine by me. You can take away your crown. I take the slave girl. When God wants to fight for you, he will bring the mighty to stand behind you. Whenever God wants to fight for you, he will bring the mighty to stand behind you. Then, something happened. The king said, if you cannot leave the slave girl, let me have your crown. The prince removed his crown and gave the king. Let me have the beads. Remove the beads and give the king. The palace chiefs, they look at themselves. So what is happening here? The prince told the father, it's better I die for love than to sit on this throne of wickedness. It's better I die for love than to sit on the throne of wickedness. Nobody is a slave. The girl was created like me. I am a prince today because God has given me the privilege to be the prince. If she had the privilege, she would be a princess. So take your crown. I take the girl. They summoned the girl to come. The girl appeared. They said, Prince said he's no more going to take the throne because of you. What do you say? She went on her knees to beg the prince to take the throne and leave her. The prince said to the slave girl, leaving you is like living my life. Dumping you is like dumping my life into the hands of Satan. Without you, I cannot stay on that throne. If you're with me on that throne, I will rule the people well. The people look at themselves. Immediately they called the younger brother of the prince. Say, prepared. By this time, in 4 days' time, you will be crowned the crown prince of the kingdom. The slave girl was crying, begging the prince. The prince said to the slave girl, right now you will no longer be living with those wicked people. I can come and live with me. You are my own throne. The slave girl then packed and went to live with the prince. On the day the younger brother will be crowned as the next crown prince of the kingdom, the former crown prince came with a slave girl to cheer up his brother. So the former crown prince was clapping for his brother, supporting his brother. The mother of the slave girl appeared from nowhere and said, I have something to say. I said, what is that? He said, this is my daughter. She is not a slave. I think everyone in this kingdom knows who I am. I am the daughter of so and so person. I am the daughter of so and so person. Don't you know me? They echoed, we know you. But for about 20 years now, we don't know your whereabouts. He said, all right, I will tell you the story. The traditional prime minister faced the earth. He said, 19 years ago, I was made pregnant by your traditional prime minister. That time, his father was the traditional prime minister, very powerful in the kingdom. And the traditional prime minister told me that he was not going to marry 2 wives, that he was going to kill me, or else I'll banish myself. Then I decided to banish myself. I ran away from the kingdom, was living inside the bush near Evil Forest with an old woman. Then, the day I gave birth to this, my daughter, the old woman died. I was helpless. My parents cannot come to me because the traditional prime minister asked me to banish myself. Then I took my daughter and kept her by the side of someone's farm. This wicked man and wicked wife of his then took my daughter because I was looking for who would take care of my daughter so that she would not die. They took my daughter and they were treating her well. When they started having their own children, they now name her slave girl. Look at by the side of her armpit, you will see the mark of her kingdom. She is not a slave girl. Ask your traditional prime minister. The girl opened her armpit. By the side, they saw the mark of the kingdom. The former crown prince turned and held her tight. And the king asked traditional prime minister, what I heard, is it true? He nodded. And the king said to the former crown prince, you are a wise son. See, if God can use you to liberate one life, you are wiser than your ancestors. If God can use you to liberate one soul, one life, you will be considered wiser than your ancestors. You know what happened? The new boy they wanted to crown the new crown prince turned and hugged his brother. Said, I stepped down for you. The owner of the title took his title. Someone will ask me, what do I mean by this? Kings are not made by man. Kings are made by God. I am talking to those people that do kill people because they want to win election. I'm talking to those people that want to humiliate their fellow human being because they want to win election. I'm talking to those people that vow that if they fail to win, heads will roll. I'm talking to those people that feel that Nigeria is their business center. Now listen to me. When you are involved in this type of syndrome, it is a proof that you are not a king. Oh yes. Because kings were made by God. Did you learn anything from the story of the slave girl and the prince? The prince took the slave girl, who was her love, and decided to support a new prince without any bitterness. And the new prince, who was his younger brother, felt that he was becoming a new prince to protect their interests. Because their feelings is all about love. Now, at the tail end of it, the true story was told. And the new person that was standing to be crowned as a prince stepped aside and allowed a due process. I want to say to you, you want to be a governor, you want to take away lives because you want to be a governor. You are not a king by God. You want to be local government chairman. You want to kill everybody to win election. You are not a king made by God. You want to be an honorable member in the state level and you want to waste lives. You are not a king made by God. You want to become a senator. Lives must go. You are not a king made by God. You want to become honorable member of House of Assembly in the federal level, and you want to waste lives. You are not a king made by God. All right, you want to become president. You want to kill everybody. You are not a king made by God. Kings that God made by himself doesn't kill anybody. They naturally become kings. Oh yes. They naturally become kings. I want to borrow words from the ideas of former president. He said, my ambition does not want the blood of any Nigerian. Now let me tell you, if your ambition wants the blood of a Nigerian, you are a demon, not a king. Who do you want to rule? Those in the grave. Who do you want to rule? Those you want to scatter and slaughter. Now let me ask questions. All those people that died because somebody want to be local government chairman, who is taking care of their families? Those people you slaughter, are you still local government chairman? Have you not finished your turn and go? Some of them that kill people to become local government chairman, some of them are dead now. Now, those people that kill because they want to become members of Honorable State House of Assembly, some of them are in the grave with the people they killed. Some of them that kill people because they want to be governors, some of those ex-governors are dead, they are in the grave. So it shall be to everybody. Those that kill somebody because they want to be senators, some of them are dead, they are in the grave. The same grave where the person they killed has gone to rest. They have gone to rest in pieces in the same grave. Now, those that kill because you want to occupy any position in this country, do you know that even in family meetings, town union meetings, people kill people because they want to be president of town union. Ordinary town union. Yes, ordinary town union. People kill people because they want to be president of town union. People kill people because they want to be chairman of village meetings. You see, did your father rule us here? How can you come and rule us? You kill somebody. Some of them are long dead. Oh yes, whatever you do, you will repeat. They are long dead and the heap causes on the head of your children. What is causing all this? Corruption. The former crown prince saw a maiden that he was in love with. And their constitution says, if you want to marry a slave girl, you won't be a king. He said, okay, I step aside, I don't want. Let my younger brother go. No bitterness. And when the truth was revealed, the younger brother stepped aside. The owner of the crown, take your crown. No bitterness. You know why? They were not corrupt. That's the reason. They were not corrupt. If the younger brother was corrupt, oh, now that I want to be crowned, that's what, oh, this is nonsense stories, I don't believe in it. That's what he would say. But he never said that. He hugged his brother, said, take your position. I was even crying. How can you be here and they will crown me a crown prince? How will I parade myself in your presence? Now, when the brother was after the little girl, the slave girl, he was clapping for the brother. Become the prince, become the prince. I have chosen my own path. No bitterness. Why do you want to kill somebody? Can't you learn something from my stories? Take something from my stories and stop what you're doing. Stop is evil. Stop! 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 Stop is evil. It's evil. You better stop killing people. House union, they kill people. Village meeting, they kill people. Local government, they kill people. House of Assembly, they kill people. Governor, they kill people. All this, they kill people. Stop it! We're in a new era. This is 20th century. We should be a people here. Oh yes. The prince and the slave girl. Let us apply that ideology in our politics so that we will live in peace with one another. I say to everyone here, if you have learned anything from the story of the slave girl and the prince, why not repent today? Be at peace with one another. If I have offended anybody, please, I'm sorry. Forgive me. But truth must be told. I love you still. Take care of yourself. Long live Nigeria. Long live Africa. Long live United Nations. United we stand. Divided we scatter.
Come with I preach about him, single musically. A king is born in a manger. And then for you understand what king is almighty, yeah. Rimo Koloboria Hamana. Ribahada Rimo Sokolobo. Come with I. Yes, sir.
In a manger, a king was born in a manger. A king was born in a manger. A king was born in a manger.